Morning, America! We are cruising. We're on I-80 over here in Ohio. This is Ohio right here. We're on the toll road and heading east, heading over to Portland. And heading west to Portland, Oregon. And something I got to noticing about toll roads. Toll roads are rough. You'd think if we could pay all the money we pay, they'd be able to fix the darn things. I just got to noticing there, you know, I don't run toll roads very often, but on these runs here, they pay for the tolls, so I thought why not make better time on them. But they are rough. There's sections that are just bumpy as heck. Other places are fairly smooth, but there's other sections just rough as can be. All right, this is Indiana now. Coming into Indiana, and here's a set of triples. There's not very many places they run triples. I think out west in like Utah and Montana and places like that they run them. And then back east, about the only place they run triples back east are on the toll roads. The Kansas Turnpike will have triples, and Indiana and Ohio Turnpikes will have triples. But I think up in Michigan maybe, I'm not even sure on that. But anyway, they have triples around. And but anyway, this is a lucky day. I had a pretty good day today. Got to cruising, or got to editing this stuff, and realized I didn't have any talking parts. Where I put the camera up on the dash and I talk to you, I didn't have anything to put up. So I thought, well, I just throw some of these driving videos together and I just yak on the camera while I'm sitting here getting ready to edit this stuff. Today was a good day. I run across a couple really, really cool trucks. When I get over here by Gary, Indiana, I run across a Peterbilt, and actually two Peterbilts, one in Gary, Indiana area and one over on the Illinois side out in the country. This first one I come across was a flatbed. It was a 359 Peterbilt, narrow window, square door, aluminum roof, steel fendered Peterbilt, the old one, and they are very rare. Here it is, the flatbed coming up here. This is a very rare truck. In the trucker world, this is the equivalent of a 65 Corvette Stingray, a Chevelle SS, a Mach 1 Mustang, 69 Mach 1. This is the cool truck right here. All right, what I want to point out here, that's a aluminum hood. It's an extended hood. It's a wide hood. Okay, they started making wide hoods in 1967, and they quit making the square doors. If you look at the cab, not the sleeper, if you look at the cab, it's got square doors and old door handles. And it's got narrow windows. They only made them from 67 through 72. Okay, in 73 they came out with what they call the bulkhead door. Now if you look at the sleeper door, I'll get a better shot of it here in a second. If you look at the sleeper door, the corners are rounded. They call that a bulkhead door. Okay. On the cab though, the door is square. The doors are square edges, and those are the older style doors. So this is the transition period from what you'd call the really old antique trucks to a little bit more modern style, more modern way of building things. Now this is not a old sleeper. This is a fairly newer sleeper, but he built this truck, put it together, I'm sure. I don't know this guy, but I can tell. Oh, I gotta listen to the sound here. Oh, I forgot about this. Ain't that sweet? That's a sweet sounding truck there. Straight pipes and all. And look at that black smoke. Oh, I love it. I'm having me a field day on this one. I'm loving this truck. So, yeah, I wished I could have talked to him. I tried to holler at him on the radio and he didn't come back. So, I'm sure he hears it all the time. People constantly complimenting him on his truck. But Yeah, this was it's a flat dash, squared, you know, just a flat dash cab, and I mean narrow window. It's got it all. I mean, it's got the flat dash, it's got the narrow window. It doesn't have a needle nose, but that in the 359s it didn't have a needle nose. That's when 359s they went to the wider grill. But here we go again. There's the door. See the bulkhead door? How it's rounded, and then on the cab, see the cab doors are square with the old door handle. The roof of the cab, that's an aluminum hood, a roof, and I believe those are steel fenders. I'm not sure, but I think those are steel fenders. And then it's got the wide grill. All right, well, then we come up to another truck here. This is over in Illinois. This is a 362 cab over. It's the old solid windshield, one big windshield, and 3 wiper blades. These are very rare trucks too. In the old song Convoy, when they talk about a cab over Pete with a reefer on, that's what it would have been right there.